Kevin, what's your are you headed up on Friday?
I'm staying back. We're going to send Chase Madison to Minnesota. I've got some obligations on Saturday that I've got to be in town for. So, yeah, I'm going to – and plus it's Friday night football, you know? Like, you only get so many of these. And we've got one of the biggest games high school-wise in our area entire season. It's been tracking toward Waverly versus Norris. Both teams have been so good in Class B. And it's kind of unfortunate that this game that everyone's been talking about across the area falls on the day that Nebraska plays on a Friday night. So we got to make sure we love up on that game because those two teams in Class B, Class A, we're not going to talk about right now. Class B is it's a wide open game. Yeah. I don't know who's going to win.
Especially after what happened with Elkhorn North and Scott.
I think that there are 5 legitimate state championship caliber teams, and 2 of them are right outside of Lincoln in Norris and Waverly. They're both beating the brakes off of every opponent that they come across on the schedule, and now they meet on this Friday night, and it's going to be a dogfight. And the teams are a little bit different too, guys. Waverly, Reed Manstead, he likes to just do the Reed Manstead thing. He's going to run it at you. That team is as physical as they come. And Norris has some athletes. They're going to spread it out. They're going to operate in space. So contrasting styles. And, I'm going to let everybody that wants to watch Nebraska, Minnesota really enjoy Nebraska, Minnesota. I think I'm really looking forward to high school football Friday night because it's under the lights. It's late in the season.
Kevin, you're not alone. There's a couple of equipment managers that have some particular affiliations to Norris. And we spent a lot of College Park talking about this week's matchup with Norris and Waverly. So you're definitely not alone in terms of ranking its level of importance. It was a good 30 to 35-minute conversation this past weekend. So it's important to a lot of people.
And frankly, I can't remember a game like in the 10-11, in the Lincoln larger area, a game of this magnitude late in the year, because I'll be really honest with you, having a Lincoln versus Lincoln matchup, it doesn't carry the postseason implications and the juice and the excitement that this game has. In fact, I can't think of something that's comparable over the last 5 years. Because here you have the highest rated teams in Class B, both undefeated, both with huge average margin of wins. So this is a huge game. And from our station's perspective, we got to treat it as such. In fact, I feel a little bit guilty that we haven't been able to bang the hype machine throughout the week that we would like to because of some of the other things that are dominating the conversation in the area.
So let me ask, if it's Waverly, Norris, I'm assuming Scott, Elkhorn North, is it Bennington? Is that number 5? You said 5 teams could win
that would be
Class B?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good group there.
Yeah, it is.
And, like, almost all of them are in the same district.
Yeah. They are. And what's going to really affect this Class B situation, what does the bracket look like? Because I feel like Waverly always gets stuck on the same side of the bracket as Omaha Scott. And, like the wild card points, they're pretty tight across those 5 teams. And I know some of those coaches are looking at that and saying, you know what, of course we want to win, but as long as we get on the other side and we don't have to meet Team X in the semifinals, let's get to the finals and let's play them there. So it's a really fascinating discussion. And, people can poo-poo all over Class A football all they want and what's transpired this year. Just shift your attention. Class B is awesome. It's wide open. And the postseason is going to be fantastic. Yeah. I have no doubt in that.
Absolutely.
That is our guy, Kevin Sjuts, 1011 News in Lincoln. Kevin, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks for indulging in the Class B football conversation.
Hey, we love Class B football.